but our washing machine broke. We don't have one. I said, don't worry about it, we'll take care of it. So I called up Jersey Coast Appliance, and Ralph said to me, he goes, you know what? He says, I'll give it to you, my cost. Listener friends, and install it. Within a half an hour, I had, I think, $900 from our listener friends to give the shelter their washing machine. And then about a month later, their dryer went. Same thing, our listener friends are there. They're there. I mean, if we need anything from them, if it's a good cause, they are there for us.
That's wonderful. Now, you guys also do Wag On Inn Wednesday, and you listen for the Pet of the Week every morning at 8:35. Bob, how is that listening to, because I know you want to come back as a pet in your next life. But
That's just on Wednesday.
That's Wednesday.
Wednesday morning.
And hey, she's got this thing with the animal love, and it's sincere, and I think it's great. And she's really helped to get a lot of animals adopted that otherwise had no future, and that makes me feel just great. And she's really done a lot of great stuff for the animal shelter and so forth. And the way the list of friends come through, there was a time they needed things, and so she went on and said what they needed, and I took a ride out there to bring some stuff, and the response was tremendous. You know, they needed towels and
they're
things.
always looking for anything because they're short on money, just like everybody else.
It's nice.
And it's not the animal's fault that they have to be there. You know, maybe we know the economy's bad, so some people have to give up their animals. But when I went to the shelter and I saw this gorgeous 2-year-old St. Bernard sitting behind there on a cold concrete floor, and I said, what's the story with this? It's a purebred. Well, they bought it and the dog slobbered. Well, don't you know a St. Bernard's going to slobber before you buy it? You know, and then give it up. Here this dog is ready with a family and just being loved. All of a sudden now, they don't want it because it's slobbered. You find out about the pet before you take it in.
Sure, do your research.
And I said, and this is my promise, if I ever hit a lottery, I am opening up a dog farm where everyone can bring me their dogs.
Lottery.
A big lottery, yes. Open up my own dog farm. People can bring me their pets. If they're having a tough time, when they're ready, they can have the pets back. Pets on the street, bring them in. Bring them in. My life is my dogs. I don't need to go anywhere. I don't need anything else. This is them.
Well, I hope you do win the lottery for that.
Thank you.
To help take care of those animals. We have to take a quick commercial break, but more with Bob and Marianne when we come back. Stay with us.
Energy prices are just too high. That's what drove us to attempt the first static electricity-powered home. Success has been elusive. Besides making the house itself more energy efficient, the smartest thing we did was adding Energy Star products. Static electricity may not be viable, but at least we've taken a step for our future. Anybody can make their home more energy efficient.
Good night, sweetie. Good night, Mommy.
Our eyes met from across the room, and he was irresistible. Hi, I'm Rochelle Lefebvre, and this is Johnny. We're working with Best Friends Animal Society to create a day when there are no more homeless pets. Each year, millions of dogs suffer horrendous conditions in puppy mills, whose sole purpose is to make money for the people who supply puppies to pet stores across the country. Meanwhile, about 4,000 dogs are killed every day in American shelters. You can help stop this. Together, we can ensure that all of America's dogs have families of their own. When searching for your next best friend, go to your local shelter and rescue a great dog like Johnny. Do what I did. Adopt. Don't shop. Let a shelter dog like Johnny steal your heart.
Explore her grandeur. Appreciate her beauty. Protect her for tomorrow. Recycle your old rechargeable batteries. Call 877-2-RECYCLE or visit us online at calltorecycle.org.
Thanks for staying with us here on Eye on Ocean County. I'm Christina Sico, and I'm joined once again by the Jersey Shore's only morning show hosts that are husband and wife, Bob and Marianne Levy. Thanks again for being with us.
Thank you for having us again.
Now, I want to talk about some of the things that you guys do off the air. I know you guys do participate in several events around town, and we do have a photo of one that you recently hosted at the Jersey Shore Sports Expo. But you guys get out, and how is that for you guys?
It's a spring expo, Kevin Sports. We're spring. We're the spring expo. And we get out, and area vendors and businesses come out, and they show their wares. We play bingo, and we have prizes and contests, and it's just a good day. It's a good day to meet everybody and know what's going on around town, because we do have a lot of transplants from up north, and they need to know who's who, what's what, doctors, and, where to go, and that's what the expos are for. So it's a nice thing.
And Bob, for you, what is it like to get out there and, see the people that are, calling in?
I enjoy it. I really enjoy getting to meet the people, because when you're on the radio, you're in a studio, and you don't see anybody. And sometimes, if you wonder, hey, we've said this a lot, we wonder if anybody's even listening. And I've even gone so far as to say, I feel like I'm talking to myself this morning. Give us a call. You don't have to go on. Just light up the phones, and we get a good reaction. But it's so it's great to meet these people face to face and get their comments and whatever. I enjoy most. I enjoy meeting most people who don't like me. I mean, that's the way I am. I just it's just like,
maybe change their opinion.
No, not at all.
No, he's a glutton for punishment.
Oh, no, I get a kick out of him. I just, I'm not a youngster anymore, as you might have guessed. In fact, sometimes when we go out and I to speak to a group or something, I'll start out by saying, we're married, and there is an age difference here. And in case you're wondering, I'm the older one, and that's always good for a laugh, But
that's another thing. How listener friends they see us. Like, they don't know us yet. They don't see us. They only hear the voice.
Marianne, is this your father?
Stop! Come on, stop it.
Doesn't bother me a bit. Really.
No. When we go out, they see us as different. They think I'm tall and blonde, and they think he's short and chubby. Mm-hmm. That's how we come across on the radio. I don't know why, and then they're very shocked to see that we're totally different than what we sound like.
Right. That's funny. Now, I want to talk about, the 14 years you guys have been on the air. I'm sure you have a favorite guest that stands out, or several favorite guests.
Several of them.
Marianne, we'll start with you.
Engelbert Humperdinck. Engelbert Humperdinck. We had him on. We saw him at the Art Center, which is, I don't even know what it's called anymore now, but it was a Garden State Art Center growing up when I grew up. And Engelbert Humperdinck and Noah Wiley from ER. Had him on and just loved them. They were just so nice. And I can tell you who his favorite was. Eli Wallach.
Yeah. Eli Wallach is an icon. I mean, iconic guy. And he was so great that it's so great that we couldn't get rid of him. In other words, we forget about time. He didn't want to get off, and that was like it was like an honor, because he's a great man. Another one, and I know you go along, was Ed McMahon.
Sure.
Oh, what a guy. I mean, we couldn't, and she caught his attention and won his affection when she asked him, Ed, tell me about your socks. And he said, my socks? And she said, yeah, I love the way your socks looked. You used to sit with your leg crossed, and it'd always show about 3 inches of bare leg between the top of the black sock.
No, you never saw bare leg. It was always sock. It was always sock. So he said in all his years of being interviewed, no one has ever asked him that. So he sent me a pair of socks autographed.
Oh, there you go. That's
but
really
it was neat.
Another guy, we couldn't get him off the air, and that makes you feel good, because
Right.
normally they're. And I found the bigger they are, the nicer they are.
Now, Bob, you have been with WOBM since it started in 1968. You have over 30 years of experience.
How much?
30 over.
Do your arithmetic again. My 43rd year.
43rd year.
Years, yeah.
So recently, they dedicated the Bob Levy Broadcast Center in your name. That's a huge honor. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. And what a shock. They had redone the facility, and they were having like a dedication of the new facility. And Kevin Williams must have told me 5 times, you have to be there. You have to be there. I said, I mean, why I have to do? All right, So we came back from work, and they were doing it, and they had a pretty good crowd of people in suits. I never knew who they were to this day. And Bill Sauer, who's our CEO and general manager, one of the great guys I met in 42 years in radio, if not the greatest. He's talking about, he's got a list of people that have worked there that have been integral part, and he never mentioned me, and I says, I was starting to feel a little hurt, and there was a big thing over the building, and finally he pulled it off, and it said the Bob Levy Broadcast Center, and wow, what a kick that was.
Well, congratulations, Steve, for that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, you were honored as well to have him.
Oh, I thought it
have
was
him honored.
neat, yeah.
But we have to go. You can find Bob and Marianne on Facebook at WOBM AM. And thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on Eye on Ocean County.